Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of The Gully Squad. How you doing, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day. Moving along. Weekend is almost here. Oh, I'm ready for it. It's been cold. Shit. It is cold. It's, here in Florida, where I reside at the moment. Well, I've been here for years. Left New York, came down here, got some of that Miami heat. It was like, ooh. I like it. But it's getting a little cold up here. It's a little chilly. So, what's been happening in the news? Oh, so much. So much to discuss. But there's a few things we're going to like to talk about. It's got our attention. And unfortunately, Ohio is back in the news. Yes. Ohio. Unfortunately, a young 23-year-old black man was gunned down. Murdered in front of his home. Now, I posted this earlier on the Gully Squad. And it really upsetted me because, we hear so many of these senseless killings constantly, young black man, unarmed black man getting murdered by the police, in America. System of white supremacy is all over the goddamn planet. But, here we have a specific group of, Americans who like killing unarmed black men. And this case is as I'm hearing it now, it seems like there's no difference in this particular case. This young man left the dentist office, 23-year-old young man, left the dentist office and got into a semi-confrontation with a police officer. Now, the police officer, from my understanding, was not searching specifically for him, this particular guy. But I guess they got into a confrontation and supposedly he brandished a weapon. Okay, now let's keep it real, people. Let's keep it a buck. Young black man brandishing a weapon at the police officer? That shit don't even sound right. I mean, just off the bat, that shit doesn't even sound right. I mean, you do hear, people doing some, crazy shit. And sometimes when you hear something so radical, okay, maybe we have a mental issue. But this young man does not have any, from what we're hearing, does not have any mental issues. But for him to be brandishing his gun at the police officer, I ain't buying it. But anyway, so he was driving and the police officer and him got in a confrontation. And he supposedly had brandished his weapon. Went to his home, and the police officer shot him dead in front of his doorway. Next to his siblings, next to his family members, and his grandmother. Now, I was raised by my grandmother. That old woman, she taught me right. Love that old woman. God rest her soul. And that was heartening to me because I heard the video of the grandmother saying that she's, they shot her grandson. Looking at the young man, he could have been my boy. He looked like could have been my son, my brother-in-law. Could have been my family member. So now this police officer is under FBI investigation, as he should be, and they're trying to say that he had a weapon. Now, family members, of course, are denying that he had a weapon. Matter of fact, they're denying so much. They're saying what he had was a Subway sandwich. He went to the dentist. He had plans to go to the dentist office, went to the dentist office, stopped at Subway, grabbed a Subway, and he had a Subway sandwich. Now, how the hell you fucking confuse a goddamn Subway sandwich and a gun? It's two different things. I don't know how you confuse that. But police officers tend to do that regularly, confusing a lot of things with a gun. Now, the FBI is on top of this case from what I'm understanding, and the family's not having it. They already lawyered up and said, no, not our boy. And Ohio is standing up for this young man. They're pushing it. They're getting a lot of media attention, as it should be. What else is happening in the news? And that's an unfortunate case. And as the days go by, we're going to hear more about this particular case. I think this case is going to, I think a lot of media is going to be pushing on this case because people are upset about this one. People, as they should be. People are very upset about this particular case. What else is going on in the news? Pfizer is talking about going to have, once again, the vaccines ready by end of the year. And Joe Biden says 100 million people, black and brown people specifically, are going to be first people in line to get the vaccine. Now, if you've been following the Gully Squad, you know how I feel about the vaccines. So I'm not going to go into a rant about that. But isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that the first people that they're talking about getting the vaccines are black and brown people? Come on, folks. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we do have short attention spans, but people remember what happened when COVID-19 hit. It wasn't affecting the black and brown people. Matter of fact, because I was posting about it, most of the people that were being affected were Caucasians. Was part of the Caucasian community. And for a time, people were putting memes, oh, black people are immune, which is, a bunch of bullshit. But they were saying that because it wasn't affecting the black community that way. It just wasn't. Not in the beginning. Let's remember. Let's keep our minds ready. Remember. Just wasn't happening. Now, as time proceeded, of course, the black community, the Hispanic community, of course, they got hit hard. Especially individuals with preconditioned situations, diabetes, asthma, stuff like that, overweightness. People had underlying issues. They got affected hard with the COVID. But for Joe Biden, President-elect Joe Biden, to say his first 100 days, within his first 100 days, 100 million people, and specifically targeted black people, are going to be getting the vaccinations. Now, the question is, are you going to be one of them? And we, in my last podcast, if you listened to it, which I think you did, I broke that down. I broke it down. We may not be able to get away from not getting it the way they have it. Be mindful. Yeah. 100 million people, 100 million vaccines ready. And in the UK, they have people who are taking the supposed approved early stage vaccines, and these people are getting reactions. These people who are taking the early doses of the coronavirus vaccines in the UK are getting a lot of ill reactions that mainstream media is not talking about. We have to pay attention to this. This is a vaccine that's been pushed on the market rapidly, quickly. It's only been 2019 talking about COVID, and next thing you know, 2020. Oh, we already got approved vaccines. Great, take it. Are you going to be first in line? Are you? Be careful. I'm not. They're gonna drag me and kicking for me to get a goddamn vaccine. I'm telling you right now. Me? Not my body. Oh, hell no. But that's a different story. On another news, I saw a video last night. Late last night at that, I was doing some online work, doing something else, handling business. And I saw a video that really upsetted me. I mean, goddamn, it's kind of hard not to see videos that don't upset my ass sometimes. Gully Squad be heated. I be getting heated. Ooh. But this video, I'm serious. I saw this video and I just wanted to give this guy that work, that business. And it was a video that was posted, and I posted it. It's a video that's going viral, as it should be, of a Little League Youth Championship football team in Kissimmee, Florida. Now, as a person who loves sports, I played football when I was younger. I played soccer, I tried doing track. Even though I was fast, I didn't make the track team. Even though I was fast, I didn't make the track because I wasn't into it. I was playing other sports. But I was a fast kid. But when you're young and you're having a coach, young men idolize coaches. Especially if there are a fatherly figure type of strong, good coach, good older mentor coach. And young football players, they look up to these coaches. This video that I saw last night was disgusting. And I literally wanted to beat his ass when I saw it. A Little League coach is seen slapping the hell out of this 9-year-old little boy. Now, football is not a game for the, weak-hearted. It's just not. It's not a game that does not take discipline. And I understand that. I played football. And seeing that, some people are saying, well, coaches tend to be hard and tend to be rough. Listen, you got coaching, you got strictness, and you got being firm. Then you have that video that showed that man. And then that video, that was goddamn abuse. Because you can tell, if you watch the video, what he did was, I guess the kid did something because the video, what we seen was the little boy, 9-year-old boy came off and the whole team was on the sidelines. And I guess he must not like the play that happened previously. And he walked to the players, the young little boys, looked for the little boy and he whacked him as if if he didn't have his helmet on, he would have gave the kid a concussion. He hit him that hard. And mind you, this was a little short, chunky little coach. Kick him in the throat. And the boys 9-year-old little boys. These are little boys. And then he got upset. He's yelling at someone towards the crowd. And then he walks back, looks for the boy again. Now, this is where the abuse kicks in. He looks for the little boy again and does another whack. I'm talking about a whack, like he whacked him. Arms stretched back. It wasn't like a little short, if you know fighting, you could tell. He went back. Like he wanted a good swing with that whack and whacked the kid again. If the little boy did not have that helmet on, he would have gave him a concussion. No doubt about it. The boy would have been on the floor. And the organization, the guy's already, I don't know his name, but the guy's already, got his Facebook deleted his social media, deleted his social media, and the organization in Kissimmee, Florida, young youth football organization, has already apologized, no weak ass apology, towards the situation. They're trying to say, well, he's a good guy, and he just had a momentary, lack of judgment, and we sometimes we do have a, ill judgment moment when you're playing sports and things are getting heated, but the manner of the way he did this is a difference. The manner and the way he did this is as if he didn't care who was watching. He didn't care that he was in a group of people. So it makes me think of, if you can hit that boy that hard twice, not once, but twice, in the vicinity of a group, as well as people watching on the bleachers, what the hell do you do when you by yourself? What the hell, dude? And it wasn't his kid. They're saying that was not his kid, which makes it even worse. But still, it wasn't his kid. So if you can do that with all those parameters in place, being in public, doing in front of other people, do it in a group, and doing it twice, what do you do behind closed doors with your own kids? Sometimes you gotta look deeper. Some people say, "Oh, you shouldn't look so deep." I look deep in everything. God damn it. I analyze that shit. That's a sign. There's some trouble going on there. Maybe he needs to be slapped the hell up. Maybe that's what he needs. Sometimes, sometimes individuals pick careers where they could abuse people. Sometimes police officers, not all, of course. Many people who join the police force, they want to do good, but there are some who join because they like the power to abuse. And there are some people who like working with children, which we all know, who have sexual deviant mentality and behavior that purposely choose positions to abuse children. Catholic priest. So, yeah, this guy, he deleted all his social media, deleted everything. And but I think somebody's going to rub on him. I think he's going to be pulled up for charges. And I think somebody's going to give him that work. Someone's going to give him that heat. Because he deserves it. If that was my kid, well, first of all, that wouldn't be my kid. That wouldn't be my kid. Yeah, I would never even talk about what I would do to this man. It would just happen. But somebody may touch this guy. They may put some hands on him. And they will be rightfully to do so. Just so you know you can't do that again. And I think people generally understand that. Black society does not have a problem. Well, we don't have generally, things have changed a little bit. Things have changed. But black society generally, when you have a child and your child is acting out of place, a family member, especially in the past, family member was known to discipline a child. Oh, my uncle, I got out of line, grab me by the collar. What the hell are you doing? Cut that shit out. It's kind of expected. If you have a child and it's a family member, you getting out of line, the child's trying to play with fire, or some stupidness. You try to, the family members should be there to watch over and help a child in disciplinary actions. I do believe that. That doesn't mean I believe that you're supposed to be whacking someone else's children. Oh, hell no. And that's the difference. We now have we now live in a society where children are not being reprimanded. Okay, I got you, by anyone else, but supposedly a family member. And even the mother and the father now can't even reprimand the child. Okay, fine. We moved to that part of life now in American society. Some may agree, some may disagree. But seeing the path that what this man did as a coach, once again, football coaches tend to be stern. Football coaches tend to be a little abrasive. They tend to be domineering. They tend to be tough. We get that. The football players, these young boys need it. They do need that. They do, because it's a rough sport. But there's a fine line of that and abuse. There's a fine line of being stern than being overly heavy-handed. There's a fine line of a young man looking at a mentor as a coach, and he's saying, you know what, that coach, he's tough, he makes me run a whole bunch of laps, but still respecting the coach. And compared to a young man being abused by the coach, and he's fearing the coach. He fears just even listening to the guy. He looks at him and is like, oh, 9 years old, I'm scared to death of this guy. Not because of respect. Because he's abusive and he's fearful. That's different. That's different. And when I saw that young man look at him, when I saw the kids look at him, they look scared. They look genuinely scared of this man. We don't need people like him teaching our kids. We don't. We don't need men like him directing our children. On that note, everybody, I hope you guys have a great day. And as always, I bid you peace. On that note, family, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Support the Gully Squad at patreon.com. And remember, we are one.